The truth is, the real is, I always keep it 100. I always keep it 100. See, I always keep it 100. The truth is, the real is, I always keep it 100. I always keep it 100. See, I always keep it 100. The truth is, the real is, I always keep it 100. I always keep it 100. See, I always keep it 100.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to this I don't know what episode this is. Welcome to another episode of Ray. Welcome to another episode with Ray with Friends. We are joined by my cousin Kenoa.
What's up?
And my cousin Ray Entity.
What's happening?
And today we're going to be doing something different today. Today is fun facts about ourselves and about just things in general. So here we go. Okay then. So the first question is, why are you looking at the questions for? Get your pause on my questions. Was the school you went to a good school? We're starting with this section over here. Was the school you went to a good? Was it a good school or a bad school?
The primary school.
What, primary school or secondary?
Any school you want, to be honest.
To be honest, both were bad, to be fair.
Really?
Obviously primary schools, it's not good to have primary schools.
Yeah.
But I think objectively speaking, I wouldn't say that they were very good. So yeah. Do you want to expound?
Was there any, or was there any like...
So I think in... so I went to... I don't want to say the name.
This is trauma, like...
I don't want to say the name, but
It's just not there.
Yeah.
I went to my primary school had a lot of refugees and immigrants. So it was a melting pot. It was like 80% ethnic minorities and 20% English people, which is.
I'm learning this. That's why I'm crying. So I'm sorry. He's making it sound like some kind of some referral unit, like
just giving you
the context.
very
That's
context
funny.
and description of the upbringings basically.
Okay.
I actually came to school not speaking a word of English myself.
Really?
When I was 4 years old.
Wait, what? Yeah, this is an origin story.
It's well-spoken man.
Yeah, literally. Okay, look what he's turned out to be today. You know.
Professional.
Okay, so
And secondary school was more or less the same.
Okay.
Objectively speaking, probably one of the worst schools in the area.
Yeah.
And it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, so no quote on that.
For obvious reasons.
It's a blip.
It's a blip. I actually went to school with Rayteam.
Yeah.
So obviously you can probably expand and explain better than I can.
The secondary school was under duress, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till you get what's going on. So sorry. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So you now know about Kane Wars. If you know, he's got all of that. With my school, so we've got Rayteam all across the globe. So they may not understand what primary school is as opposed to secondary school. So primary school would be elementary school. Secondary school would be middle school. So that's what KMR is talking about, just in case you're from the States. So that's how you understand that.
So primary school is like what, ages 4 to 11?
Elementary, yeah.
And then secondary is like 11/12 to 16.
Yeah, so that's high school. My schools, I went to the high school I went to was a Church of England school, but no one was really like practicing. Do you know what I mean? Like religion like that. I feel like when people say like Church of England, you're expecting everyone to be, you know what I mean, walking in line like this, and then no one was doing all that. It was a good school. I went to a music specialist school. I didn't have a music specialist place there, but they did teach us a few things, a thing or two there, you know. See, the truth is the real is. They didn't teach me that there, but do you know what I mean? So I went to, I'll say mine quickly, but I went to, I would say it's a good school. I was about to use my quoting, but it's a good school. You know, I turned out right. You know, like to say, shout out to all the teachers and all that stuff. That was a while back though. It's a while back. We're all old men now, you know. But you know, it's what it is. Moving on to Ray Entity. What did your school?
My primary school, primary was quite good. Can't lie. It was Church of England as well.
Oh, okay.
They were heavy on the bread.
Should we
and
just
wine.
angle this like this?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Should we do this? You know, while we're telling our side of the story, you know?
They were heavy on the bread and wine.
Oh yeah, facts. They do that nice.
So
But it's just a good school overall. I can't lie. You know, it's not there anymore.
Oh,
The headmistress was there for several years, up until 70.
oh.
She must have been making bank there.
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah, but she remembered all of us. We
Yeah.
went there to visit in our 20s and stuff.
It's a lot more personal.
Yeah.
No, don't be human. Church of England is a lot more personal.
Primary schools in general.
I'm joking. No. Yeah, primary schools in general.
It's
Like,
like you see your old school teacher on the road, you know?
Oh,
Yeah, you do say, yeah.
You know?
Held them up.
it is true.
But my one was quite good because there would be tennis. We would do tennis, horse riding at Hyde Park.
She went to a posh school.
Yeah, we'll do horse riding at Hyde Park. There will be tennis, swimming at Chelsea swimming bars.
Some would say, can we
Things
get
were
a
happening. We'll go to
let's
Stone
get-
Square, do art and that.
Let's get a little.
It's prestigious.
Let's get something here to
I
say.
think I got a poem in a book as well.
No
Yeah,
way.
so there's a poetry competition.
Let's get something here to say right here to the editing
I'll bring the
crew.
book. I'll bring the book.
The editing crew to say what happened to you if you had such bright
How did it end up
beginnings.
to second
How did you
division?
end up on this YouTube
That's what happened. Like, we
wackadoodle show?
went to secondary school now.
You know?
They undid everything.
Oh, I'm so dead. It was a good. They called it the Uno reverse card. That's what
Yeah,
they said,
That's
yeah.
what that was.
I had high ambitions growing up.
That's funny.
And I went to the secondary school and that was it.
They ruined it.
Ruby. Ruby, how do you even spell that? Ruby. You know? Right, next question, sorry. What was the worst job you had? What was the worst job you had?
But same direction?
Mm-hmm.
Left from the dealer.
So I've held down a couple jobs.
Hell down, you know, I'm dead.
My long and illustrious career. This is a difficult one. Because I can say that I've enjoyed every job I've had for different reasons, but
Worst job.
I think the worst job is definitely Sainsbury's.
And quote.
Definitely.
And quote.
Definitely
You see how he did. You see how he's got loyalty to the school, but not the job. That part.
After name and shame, you
You
know,
know?
when it's due.
What was it about? that
Do you know what it was?
place?
I just hate doing dead end retail jobs. It's not for me.
Shout out to all the people working retail.
Yeah,
by the way. You know, we have to say that because retail. Nothing wrong with
No,
retail.
that's not wrong. It's just
need
my
soldiers.
circumstances were very different. Like, for me, it was summertime, approaching second year of university. My mum basically said, you need to get up and get a job. You ain't gonna be sitting here all summer doing nothing. Which was my plan.
Yeah. What age was this?
This was 18, 19 years old.
Okay.
So,
And
so I held it down for like 6 months.
and Sainsbury's you would describe as a what store?
It's supermarket.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a small, we have something called Sainsbury's Locals, which is a small store that sells stores.
What is the American translation? It's grocery store then, isn't
It's
it?
a grocery store, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
A mini mart.
Yeah.
Mini
Yeah.
Mart,
Mini
exactly,
mart. Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
7-Eleven or whatever you want to call it.
Or maybe that.
Yeah,
So,
it's just stores the basic stuff.
So was it more
I was working like 4 days a week,
Right.
from 2 p.m. till 10 p.m. Sometimes even up until store closed midnight. It's just doing that for the majority of the summer. Just really soul crushing.
yeah.
That's where dreams go to die.
In the mini mart.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed working with some of the colleagues. I was definitely the youngest person there.
Okay.
I've worked with a few other uni students, so that kind of made up for what was going on in terms of my dislike for the job, basically.
Okay. So out of 10.
Yeah, out of 10, probably a 3
That's still high for a worst job.
or 2.
Moving on. My worst job. we move on to me and my worst job. So my worst job, I worked at a place called, I do not care, I'm not looking for sponsorships from this place, Mountain Warehouse, right? I don't think these people know about this.
I know Mountain Warehouse, yeah.
No, it's in like my experience at the job.
Oh, no.
So I worked at a place called Mountain Warehouse. I used to, before that I used to manage at a place called Top Man. Don't know what's happening there now, but I got sick of it. The manager was getting on my nerves, just literally on my neck for whatever reason it was. So I went there and there were promises of good salary, all of this stuff. It's such a small store as well. The reason why I say it's the worst job is because they had this thing, right, of when you close up store, no one ever talks about closing up store when they apply for a job, right?
Yeah,
So it's always kind of just this thing of, literally, and Mountain Warehouse is a retail store, it sells like camping gear and stuff like that. Something completely out of my, right. So when it came to closing up, they said, we don't have cleaners here. That's what they said. We don't have cleaners here. So I said, okay. So then they said, the Hoover's in the cupboard.
The Henry.
It was.
No way.
Yeah, it was. It's always a Henry. Henry is a type of Hoover, guys. They said the Henry's in the cupboard, so I said that's
the image of something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I said, all right. Good for the Henry. Who's doing that? They said, you're doing that.
Henry who?
So I said, all right. So it's a one-time thing. I said, no, it's not. So I hoovered up that day. Then after I hoovered up, they said the mopping needs to be done. So I hoovered and I mopped. You'd have to do standards is where you go around the shop and you make sure everything's nice and full to the front and all that stuff as well. And it was me, while the manager sat there and cash up. It was such a small shop. In terms of cash up, you have nothing to do in cash up, so they were just sitting there watching me do that.
Whoa.
And I said,
what you do with the camera?
yeah.
No way.
I said,
swinging it off it.
Yeah. Look at this sucker. So I said, slavery ended a long time ago. I don't need to do this. Okay, and it was full time. You're talking like little 4 hours over 4 days. It was 6 days. Full time isn't 5 days a week. It's like 6 days.
That's 5 days.
No, it's like 39 or 40 hours a week minimum full time.
Oh,
yeah.
They spread it over.
They spread it over. Yeah, they spread it over.
We need the workers
hours.
Saturday. It's a busy day, man. We need them in.
Boy.
So Mountain Warehouse, you will never
That's
get me
soul
again.
crushing right there.
Never. Moving on. What was
For me,
your worst job?
it wouldn't be retail because I managed to get into management quickly. So I was in the back, cashing up. Looking at them with the telling them about the standards of that. And all of them, I saw many a staff member surprised that they had to get the Hoover and the mop. Replaced the Henry 3 times. But yeah, no, my worst job, it was a silver service. Like, not just like normal, catering or waitering. They properly train you in that to do the silver service.
What is it though, for those people who
Silver
don't know what it
service
is?
it's a way, it's like dining etiquette. Like silver spoon, there would be nothing but silverware.
How the royals eat
Fine
then, basically.
dining. Essentially, yeah. The
Okay.
royals, if they're dining,
They will be doing the silver service thing, yeah?
it'll be strictly silver service or you're fired. Kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, you need to, serve them to the left, put the spoons and forks in a certain way, scrape their plates.
And this is for a restaurant.
It will be events. So probably things like the Met Gala or whatever events when it's fine dining and eating.
So
These are like big company events, big tables, they're
events,
doing big announcements there.
What made it the worst job then?
It's just awful. It's just tiring. Like everything's like you're like a soldier. Like, your boots on the ground. Yeah, that's as ground level as it comes. You're a cadet. Yeah, and they're like, they're just gonna shout out, go. They're just gonna be like, go, and everyone needs to know what to do. You're in the back. The people eating there, they don't know what's going on in the back. They think it's a small kitchen. It's just a hole. The food's getting delivered on some truck.
Wait, what?
Foolishness happening like that. Yeah, and it's getting laid out on the tables and that.
That's
and
news to me.
There's some hot food there, like hot dishes, something's prepared. There's not really a kitchen like that back there. Do you know what I mean?
That's I live in it. Because I've been, one of the customers.
No, why are you lying?
You get changed in the
Why are
closet.
you lying?
It's ridiculous.
Changing the closet?
Yeah, there's not really that changing room or nothing like that. It's events happening.
That's crazy.
You get like a park or something like that. Get in the back,
Bar!
It's
a bar!
in the back, yeah, it's a conveyor belt, and the workers are the belt. Like, you're going round with the plates in the queue, and then they're sending you out in formation.
So it's
like,
an assembly line kind of
it's
situation.
literally an assembly line, and then you bring the foods back. Depending on how quickly they eat, you've got to be ready. Like, you could be going out with drinks.
Damn.
Sorry.
I was always sneaking off.
Do you know what? That's not a question here, but we'll make it a question quickly. We don't have that much time. We'll make it a question though. Have you ever gone to a lunch break and literally snuck off somewhere else and did something at work?
At work?
Yeah. Oh God, look at me. I have to think about it. Mine is a straightforward yes. I've done
Do you know
that
what?
before.
10 billion%.
Yeah. Used to go to the changing rooms and watch a show on Netflix.
During Sainsbury's, no. Because, I don't know, just on the clock, you had to, like,
Punch in, punch out.
Yeah, clock in, clock out, even for your lunch break.
You have the scanner.
Yeah, the scanner.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they knew how much break you took.
Oh, wow.
Scanning and
So I couldn't, I could go out and, like, KFC, McDonald's, and then come back and eat. But I used to
On time.
Yeah, I was on time basically.
Oh, you on the clock.
Exactly, see?
Oh no. Yeah.
But now that, after graduating, getting a more corporate job, being in the office, there's many opportunities.
I'm dead. But moving on. Moving on.
Breaks.
He's employed. He's doing well. Okay.
Working from home.
And you did the new business model, isn't it? Did you have an experience like that? Or as in, have you done that in the past?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you quickly. One time I was at John Lewis. It was the main one in Oxford
Name
Circus.
in the place.
Zero
And the
zero
location. Zero
Name
shade.
it.
Yeah.
001.
He's not planning to go back.
They got this thing called the break room, and when I went in there, it was a revelation. What I was seeing.
What's the people
Fully
sleeping?
air conditioned.
Oh.
All kinds of sofas, recline chairs, and beanbags.
Well looked after in John Lewis.
Yeah, no, Waitrose is your nurse as well, so they do stuff like that there too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just
makes
seen
sense.
there
This was-
just because.
This was years ago, so I forgot to say the age of when I was working there as well. This is like 18, 19.
Yeah,
by
this
the
is
way,
way
guys.
back.
This isn't like last year.
Yeah.
This is way back. You think you
Literally.
could do that now?
No.
Nah, no way.
But yeah, I just fell asleep in there, and then came back after an hour. It wasn't even my break.
Hour?
No one complained.
No way.
Yeah, so I just kept doing that. I just kept going. Little did I know.
A repeat offender, okay?
Little did I know they was making
Yeah,
notes.
Oh, yeah, of course they are.
They did it
Yeah.
back in January.
I'm dead. You were doing that as a temp?
Listen, I was
Oh.
doing all kinds of things.
What did they give you a contract?
No, you're rude. As a
I've
temp.
never heard of a workshop.
So
Okay.
when it come down to review time, it was like,
We're gonna move on to fun facts, okay? A fun fact about yourself. Or you can do a fun fact about, you can do a fun fact about yourself, or you can do a fun fact just in general.
fun facts about myself. This is a very difficult one.
Or any accomplishment that you've achieved in your life that's like, I did that, and you wouldn't know that unless I'm telling you about it right now.
For the football fans out there, I played with someone called Edgar Davids.
Oh, damn.
He's a legend in the game, a Dutch legend. So he came down to, he was in Fulham, me and a friend noticed who he was, and talking, took pictures. I mentioned him playing down the road, and I was thinking, yes, he's not going to come, he's not going to be there the next day, and lo and behold, he turned up 2 days in a row, and he
Really?
played five aside with Edgar Davids.
No video footage, you know? You have
Hey,
to take his word for it.
listen, go on his Instagram. Go in and scroll down.
Well, you're there.
I'm there.
Gas. Alright,
Oh, you're joking.
He's capping.
I'm not joking.
He's wearing a cap, he's saying cap, okay? So that's fun facts about yourself. Any fun fact that you know, like just in general, about anything?
I stream on YouTube. Kano was the channel.
Everyone knows that though.
For those,
Do you know what? Plug it.
for you guys.
Plug it.
Like and subscribe, please.
Plug it. Zoom in, plug it, you know? Zoom in, plug it. A fun fact about myself, I feel like everyone knows everything about me already, but I played piano when I was younger. I did piano lessons. I know how to play piano. I don't know how to play at like a classically trained level, but I know how to play the piano. So that's a fun fact. Another fact. There's something I found out the other day I thought was quite fascinating. Oh, it's what Tarek told us.
Oh yeah.
That ferrets kill rabbits. I thought that was very interesting. Yeah, ferrets kill rabbits underground, and they don't eat them. They just kill them for no reason. It's like sport for them.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun fact. Fun fact. I didn't know that. So there we go. That's my fun fact.
Wrap up the rabbit.
Yeah, literally, and then just come out. They can carry them out.
Nothing happens.
Fun fact about yourself.
Oh yeah, so I was practicing for a period of time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and for those who don't know, it would be essentially like grappling. Holds, locks, like leg locks, rear naked chokes, arm bars, triangle chokes. There's a lot of hip tosses. There's a lot of things happening there, but mostly grappling basically.
Okay.
A lot of wrestling style takedowns and stuff as well. But yeah, I did some tournaments as well during my time, and one of the tournaments I won. A medal as well upstairs for
Very
that.
nice.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh.
a successful tournament. Learned a lot from it. Recommend it to anyone.
Okay.
Good workout alone.
Not for the faint-hearted or the skinny people, okay? So you don't leave that alone.
That's fine.
It's
There's a
not
lot
for
of
you.
weight classes, isn't it? Like you've got super light.
You don't leave that alone. We don't condone violence, Just only fighting games.
And then
A fun fact about something in
something
general.
in general. Right. Not a fact that people will be happy to know about. It's to do with the bathroom, namely the toilet. Now, this came across my desk by surprise, and it was like proven as well. They had proven and tested the theory and stuff. So allegedly, I haven't tested it myself, but allegedly, leaving the toilet seat open and flushing with the toilet seat open can cause bacteria to rise out of the toilet
I've heard of that.
during the period of time that you're flushing. So they recommend closing it
And then flush.
and then flush and then lift it back up. And then how you can know is that in the spot of where the toilet was flushing on the ceiling, you'll start to see not necessarily mold or anything, but you'll see defects in like the paintwork or that.
Like discoloration.
Where the bacteria was going up there and staying there.
I think it depends who's going toilet. I think that's a major factor here. Do you know what I mean?
Just close the lid.
Nah.
Once you're
But still,
flushing.
Some
It's
people be.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It is, but some people be really overdoing it with the bacteria. Especially people who are heating up the Taco Bell. So yeah, I saw. Side note. I saw LeBron James was trying to pose. They probably paid him off. Taco Bell. He's
Oh, is it?
Oh, what?
Have you seen
Yeah,
the pictures? Yeah. But he's like this, all the time.
Is
He ain't
it?
Taco
He's
Bell.
not eating.
Oh,
He's not
Of
eating. Of course not.
They're on strict NBA diet.
Yeah. He's
Isn't it?
having salmon and asparagus.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like,
Please not eating that.
He's not eating that.
You
He's
can't,
He's
you can't
not
slam dunk on Taco Bell.
eating that.
Do you know what's
Okay.
funny about that though?
Go on.
You know, Michael Jordan was a big fan of McDonald's.
Was it?
So he used to have a McD's before most of his games.
Really?
Yeah, like the breakfast was a big fan of the breakfast menu.
The breakfast
He used
menu.
to try that. So imagine if he, specialist PTs and dietitians in a modern day like they are now. Back then, he'd be killing it even more.
It's true, it's true. Sponsorships all day long. The last question I was going to ask is, because we live in London, all three of us do. All three of us live in London. Just to those who have not been to London before and not experienced it, obviously we've got Rayteam far and wide, or whoever is watching this video new. What would you say is the best places to go to in your personal experience? Because this is a very much broad question, because you can like multiple things. So this is for all ages. Like what is the best part of being in London? Would you say? So that's the question. What is the best part for you of living in London? And then you can say what the worst part is.
Right. I think because you're in a capital city, and specifically with London, and you could argue maybe like places like New York, it's very diverse in culture. So you can walk down a high street, a place like Fulham, which is where I grew up. You can come across an Italian restaurant, Korean, Japanese, Sri Lankan, Indian, so many different cultures and variations in terms of the food, the people, and just your day-to-day interactions. So that's one of the bonuses of living in London. Your eyes are open to different things, different cultures, different people, different backgrounds, which is unlike any other city. I'd even say probably better than places like New York, because in New York you have like pockets. You have the Latin corner, you have Harlem. So these places are like sectioned off. Whereas in London, these places are completely melded and blended into that one. The downside, it's just bloody expensive, isn't it?
That's true.
Everything, getting taxed for this, the
Tax for breathing.
I think it's more pronounced now than it ever has been.
That's true.
The cost of living crisis.
True.
That's another discussion for another day.
That's true.
Yeah.
Interesting. I would say, just to spin off of that, asking myself the same question, what do I like? What do I like about living in London? I think I'm gonna take what Kanoa said. It's because of the melting pot. It's because it is a melting pot. I think that it's very diverse in terms of cultures, in terms of communities and everything like that. Everything's mixed into one. What I did notice though the other day, I don't know why I noticed it the other day, London doesn't have a huge Latin community. Not really. I mean, there's some Brazilians that do live here, but it's not like you don't really find like I'm trying to think of people from like Peru, or do you know what I mean? Like just you wouldn't find or even Mexican. You don't really find Mexican. There's no Mexican community that I know about anyway. In terms of Brazil though, there's lots of there's loads of Portuguese and Brazilian.
There's
like
a lot of Ecuadorian and
Ecuadorian.
Yeah. Only recently though, I would say.
Even back then.
Really?
There were a few in our secondary.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, there's pockets then.
They have their pockets.
But it's multicultural, and that's what I do like. I do love to experience different cultures and just learn stuff in general. I think the world in general is supposed to be learned. It's supposed to educate yourself on what is out there. You can't be, that's it, you're just taking a peek in your garden window. So it is nice to do stuff like that. What I don't like about London is, I would say, I agree with what Kano was saying about the expenses, but I think it's more of the people. I do not like that people do not give things a chance here. There's a very much of, and this is just from personal experience, innit, but there's very much of a sabotage culture here. So if someone if someone sees someone else do something and it's being successful, they will not support. They will generally wait to see how that goes. If it does crumble, then they're going to jump on the bandwagon of destroying whatever that is immediately, as opposed to giving something a go. Let's just say there's a new restaurant out or something like that. They will wait till, I think it's British culture, to wait till another country co-signs it before it's allowed to be, appreciated here, basically. It's that kind of thing. I think just generally speaking, as like people, we need to do better as that. I'm not part of that, But generally speaking, I think people need to be a bit better with that. Would be nicer, but I think that's just people in general. I think you find that everywhere. It's just what I experience in London anyway, of what I've seen in London. So that's my take on London. What about yourself? What do you like living? Why do you like living in London? Or what's the best thing?
Well, like is a strong word. But I do think the caveat of living in London is accessibility. Just having...
transport's good.
Yeah, just in general, across the board. The same things you guys are talking about, variety of restaurants. Not having to travel too far to get to what you need. Whatever that may be. Maybe transport to a location, maybe, a quick meal, fast food, or more of an exotic restaurant. Fine dining. Go out for drink, activities.
It's true, it's always something, isn't it?
There is, even if you get tired and bored of it, you cannot say that there is not an activity or restaurant or supermarket that's accessible to you within the next 5 to 10 years, as opposed to living in the bush.
Yeah.
Where you have to drive 20 minutes
That's true.
on the A3, mind you.
Yeah,
Not that just in the city, on the A3, 10 miles to get to the,
It's true.
some kind of service station or something.
And then the worst thing.
The worst thing would be, I'd say, I don't like there's a heavy rat race culture in London.
Sure.
And because of it, Londoners notice a lot when they go on holiday. Whatever country they go to,
More calm.
they're just a bit more relaxed and a bit more sociable. And I don't know if there's something that they're more concerned of whilst we're here, which I think is the rat race, which has everyone very defensive, guard up, not really want to give you the time of day, not embracing new things that are not in line with whatever their mission is.
Would you say that's the makeup of developed and very corporate country? Because I get the feeling it's like that in New York as well.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
Exactly that kind of thing.
Just from his personal
You couldn't
experience,
stop
so,
someone and,
Yeah, people aren't nice.
it's not going to happen.
Very
To get someone to take a picture of you.
Yeah, oh no, that's not
forget
happening.
about it.
Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah.
My side, man.
Yeah, that's
Forget about
What
it.
are you asking?
That's true.
We could just go to France. And
Yeah.
anyone will take a picture.
It's true.
It's true, yeah.
It doesn't matter. You know.
It's a shame.
Even in a country where it may be, I don't know, earmarked as more dangerous,
They still have a sense of community.
there'll be much more vibrant community and
True.
sense of family and want to protect you.
That's true. That is true.
Abrasive and social.
Fun facts, guys. Fun facts. That is going to be it for today with the fun facts. But we will be back with an episode 2. We'll be saying more stuff either about ourselves or just bringing you fun facts that we're going to discuss amongst each other. I've been joined today once again with my cousin Kenoa and Rare Entity. And we are out. Make sure you subscribe and all that stuff. And big shout out to all everyone who's on Patreon and on YouTube membership as well. Later.
Take it easy.
VIP, we 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 VIP.